wear y'all boots.
Ah! Oh my gosh,
This is
no.
where the walking trail starts.
Oh, really? It's a deep walking trail.
So, what'd you think about the ride so
That
far?
was awesome.
So much fun.
Okay,
Better
so
than Disneyland.
this is the only way I can bring y'all out here is in this type of boat. Because where we sitting at is only about this much water. And then it's slushy mud. So if I was to jump out the boat feet first, I'd go straight down in that mud. That's why I say you drop your phone overboard,
It's done.
it's gone. Okay. So I'm pretty sure y'all seen the posted signs. This is all private property. Depends on where you at. Different families own different sections of land. So where we at here, when we came through that gate, that's the property line. There's 2,500 acres of land that's been in our family for quite a while.
Okay.
Y'all ever heard of the pirate Jean Lafitte?
Yes.
Okay, my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa was a pirate with Jean Lafitte.
Oh, wow.
His name was Jean-Baptiste Laquette. They fought in the Battle of New Orleans. Our family's been here a while. I'm 6 generations from this area.
Wow.
But this is what's called the freshwater marsh. And actually, all it is a thick layer of vegetation that grows over that soft mud. So we call it flottant. In Cajun, that means floating land. Okay, so the taller grass out here, I can get out the boat and I can walk around out here in these fields. But that stuff is floating. It moves up and down when you walk on it. It's kind of like walking on a giant sponge.
That's crazy.
And if you don't watch where you're stepping, you'll go right through it. So the land is really not good for much. We can't do nothing with it. We can't build nothing on it or nothing. So the main thing that we did with the property to make a living is hunt. The 2 main things we hunted is the alligator and the nutria rat. You ever heard of a nutria rat?
No.
No.
Okay, it looks just like a beaver. They brown, they're about this long. They got 2 big orange teeth like a beaver. It just does not have the wide flat tail. It's got a skinny round tail like a rat. The real name of it is nutria. And that's what they make NutraSweet out of. They take them and they squeeze them and all the juices, they dry it in the sun and then it turns into a powder and then that's what you use to sweeten your tea and stuff.
Wow.
I'm just joking.
Yummy.
I was like, that doesn't really make sense.
That's so interesting.
I was like, just quiet, like, that doesn't make sense.
You got me.
Okay, but the nutria is not from here. This guy out of Lafayette, Louisiana, he brought the nutrias here in the 1930s. And he brought them here to farm raise them for their fur. So I'm pretty sure y'all seen on the movies the Russians wear them brown furry hats.
Yeah.
Their coats is brown fur. That's neutral fur.
Oh.
So Russia was the biggest buyers of the furs. So this guy out of Lafayette, y'all might have heard of his product, Tabasco hot sauce.
Yeah.
The guy who started Tabasco, he's the one that brought the nutrias to Louisiana. Okay, see the peppers that they make Tabasco out of, them peppers come from South America. So what he did, he brought the pepper plants to Avery Island. Avery Island's right outside of Lafayette. That's where they make Tabasco. So when he was in South America, he seen them neutrals. Okay, they look just like a beaver. See, in them days, they had a big thing for beaver fur. Beaver fur is warm in the wintertime and it's waterproof. Okay, so when he seen the neutral, it looked like a beaver, he said, man, I figure he gonna make him a bunch of money with them. So what he did, he brought 50 nutrias from Argentina. He brought them to Avery Island. He built them a big pen, put them 50 neutrals in that pen, and he started farming them. Well, a couple of years down the line, we had a hurricane. It destroyed his pen. So his neutrals got loose. 5 to 10 years, the whole southern state of Louisiana is overrun with neutrals. Okay, the reason why, they have anywhere between 3 and 5 litters in 1 year. 5 to 7 in a litter. They multiply fast. So one animal can have up to 35 babies in a year. That's a lot. Okay, so when them neutrals got loose out here in these swamps, my grandpa and people like him started trapping them because they had a market on that fur. Okay. Okay, so y'all see this ditch right here? Okay, that's what we call a trenache. Trenache means ditch in Cajun. My grandpa came out here, hand dug a bunch of these ditches throughout the property just to be able to trap for the neutrals. Now the reason he dug the ditches is because we use what we call a pirogue. Pirogue means canoe in Cajun. And it was a lot easier to come out here in a pirogue and navigate through these ditches than it is to try and walk this land.
Yeah.
Another reason he dug the ditches, the neutrals live out in these fields, but they love the water. So they got to come out of the fields and get in the ditch to get in the water. So all along the edge, each side of the ditch, we find their trails where they pass to get in the water, and we use a leg trap.
What? What is
Okay, before I get to the traps,
We got a little friend.
this
up
here
the-
is called the
Come on.
purple gallinule. All right, so the purple gallinule lives in the marsh. So
Hey, did he pay admission?
Ma, ahí está.
Le va a dar de comer.
No.
Le da de comer. Ya lo conoce. So cute. They know the boat. Huh?
Beautiful
Yeah,
color.
he's
They
familiar.
like know they know to come inside the boat, huh?
They know, man, marshmallows.
Birds. Look at this.
What's up, man? Look at
You're
this.
so cute.
Why did they like marshmallow? That's
nothing.
They
weird.
live in the marsh, so they love
So they
marshmallows.
like-
Nah.
Hey, he's your little friend, huh?
Okay.
You're
Jokes.
so bad.
They live in the marsh, so they love marshmallows. This guy's too funny.
Okay, see what happened. All animals love sweets. Okay, but
But not
What we-
alligators.
no, what we do, we use the marshmallows to feed the alligators.
Really?
Okay, and the reason why we use the marshmallow is because an alligator can't see that well in the daytime. Okay. They see blurry and they only see in black and white. So when you throw the white marshmallow on the water, it floats high on the water and the alligator can see it because it's white. So then when it eats it, it develops a taste for it and then it likes, okay, so
Oh, that's interesting.
so we just use the marshmallows to get the alligators to come to the boat. Okay, so the alligators would not eat all the marshmallows. So the birds started eating the marshmallows.
And they developed a taste.
And the next thing you
And
know,
that she
okay,
has
so,
that she has a name.
okay, I know, I didn't name it. Okay, it's
Aw.
hard because this little fella here, okay, so you know how ducks migrate? Ducks fly south every winter. Okay, this here is the purple gallinule. You see how blue he is? He's purple. Okay, so they come here in the summertime and they lay their eggs and they have their babies. Okay, they come here just for mating. Okay, and then see toward the end of the month, around October, we're gonna start getting cold fronts. Okay, and when we get our first cold front, the purple gallinule is gonna take off and fly to South America.
Oh, that's so cool.
They migrate from here to South America.
You won't see him again.
Till next year.
Till
Next
next year.
year, okay, so wherever they was born at, they're gonna come back to the same area to lay their eggs and have their babies.
Same spot.
So they always come back to the same area. So, cause it comes in, so next year when it comes back here, it remembers the boats. And they come right back to the boat. It's amazing.
That is
That they
amazing.
remember. Now, we've been wanting to put a thing around his leg.
To know that it's the same one.
Right.
can
We've been
nail it.
wanting to do that, but we haven't did it yet.
And you know who do this?
What's that?
Jehovah.
Oh, amen to that. It's amazing what God does. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Look.
He looks in the
Hey,
water and stuff.
hey,
He goes
Yep.
there.
Come here.
And that's one of very few birds where the male and the female both look the same.
Look.
So is this a female?
Don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
Right, they both look the same. I think it's a female, but I'm not sure.
I like how he just came up.
He walks.
Maybe it's a female because she likes to eat.
Oh my gosh, she's got jokes too.
She's got jokes too.
Come here. Come here, you cutie. Oh, I'm scared of you. Oh.
Very pretty bird, my favorite birds. I love these birds.
Oh, she's
They are
done.
beautiful.
Color. She's done.
Yes, very beautiful.
Look how she puts it in the water.
She gets it
She
wet.
soaks it.
Wow.
Likes to soak her Oreos.
Yep.
You.
So, but back to the neutral rats, okay? So we used to trap them every year, okay? Now, like I said, we find their trails along the side of the ditch and we put a leg trap. So we set the trap and they come along, they step in the trap, and that's how we caught them. The reason we use leg traps to catch the neutrals is because we was after their fur, okay? Because we use guns to shoot them. But when you shoot the neutral, you put holes in the fur. So we didn't get much money for that fur if we shot it with the gun and put holes in it. Okay, if we caught it with a leg trap, we didn't damage the fur. We got top dollar for it. So we used to trap the neutrals every year from December until March. We trap them in the wintertime because that's when they're the most active. Okay, so they warm-blooded animals. When it's cold, for them to stay warm, they got to run around and keep their blood pumping. All right, so when we used to trap the neutrals, we used to keep the population numbers down because they multiply so fast. But we got animal activist people against us. Nobody wants us killing animals to make coats out of them. Okay, Russia's economy got bad. They couldn't afford the fur, so they stopped buying the skins from us. So we stopped hunting the neutrals. The population exploded through the roof. The bad part about it. When I first heard about it, about 20 years ago, we was losing up to 80 football fields of this marshland every single year due to coastal erosion. Today, we losing a football field every hour. And the neutral rat is a big part of the problem. And the reason why, they live out here in these fields and they're vegetarians, they eat the grass. But they don't eat the tops of the grass like horse or cattle. They eat the root system of the grass.
They kill
And
it.
this floating land the way it is, it breaks it apart. It leaves the soft mud bed. We get hurricanes. We got all kind of tropical disturbances, and hurricanes this year is bad. 3 months ago, we had a little tropical storm. The water was as high as the tall grass. So that water, last year we had a lot of rain and flooding. Baton Rouge got flooded real bad. So the water washes the soft mud away. So about 11 years ago, the state stepped in and said, okay, we have to do something. The neutral rats is not from here. They're invasive. They're destroying all the land. We got to get rid of them. So they put a bounty on them. Now they paying us to get rid of them. So we're not after their fur anymore. So we don't care about putting holes in them. We have to do it during hunting season, which is December to March, which is the only time we see them out here anyway. But we come out here, we ride around in our boats, we see them, we shoot them and kill them. We take them and we chop their tails off. We throw the animal away. We bring the tail to the state to show them that we killed it, and then they pay us for every tail we bring them. Now, I think it's wasteful. At least before, we was making coats out of the furs. Nowadays, we just killing them and throwing them away. You know, I mean, really doesn't make sense to me. Because my grandpa always taught me if I'm going to shoot something and kill it, I was going to eat it or I was going to use it for something. We just didn't kill stuff
For fun.
and throw it away.
Yeah.
Now, I know we're doing it to save the land and stuff, but, I mean, the fur's still good and the meat's still good. You know, but there's not a market on it anymore, so.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Question?
an interesting story.
Yeah. Oh, I got plenty more. We're going to crank up. Well, okay, so you see the purple flowers out here? Okay, I really hate the pretty purple flowers.
Why?
That stuff's not from here either. They brought all this green vegetation we riding on. They brought that from South America as well. We call them water lilies. So wherever you see them at, they floating in the water. Okay, let's see if I can. You can see. They just floating in the water.
Oh.
Okay, but they brought that here because of them pretty purple flowers out there. Okay, so everybody wanted them pretty purple flowers floating in these little bitty ponds in their front yards. So that's what they did. The people built a little pond in their front yard. They put the purple flowers in. We get hurricanes. We get tidal surge. Remember I said the water was as high as the grass? Okay, guess how high it was back by the road that y'all used to get over to the place? All of that was flooded. So what happens is, when we get a tidal surge, the water came up, it washed them lilies out of them ponds. We got water lilies everywhere now. Okay, so the reason that I hate them, you see how thick they are?
Yeah.
Imagine trying to paddle a canoe through this stuff.
No, you can't.
You can't, all right? You notice the ditch, how the front of it right here is all blocked up?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if y'all can see that white pipe in there, but the white piping is to help stop the lilies. It's kind of open right now, but it's supposed to be closed. But it helps stop the lily from going in the ditch and clogging the ditch up. See, when we was kids, when the ditch would get all clogged up, my grandpa used to make us come out here and we used to have to rake the lilies out the ditch. That way we can make our way with our pirogues and paddle through the ditches. Okay, but they contribute to the erosion problem as well. Because you see how thick they grow? It chokes off and stops our natural vegetation from growing here. The natural vegetation that helps hold the mud together. So it's really, it's not good. But we're gonna crank up. We're gonna go take us a little spin here because they got more stuff I want to show y'all.
It went that way. Is there one here?
It's right there moving. It's right there.
Oh, I saw that too. I saw something.
Yeah, one went walking that way. We were a little bit back there. Just went through the
water lilies.
Yeah. They don't want to play today.
Yeah.